Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hello, new subscribers, and welcome, returning subscribers. This will be a general energy collective update. So we'll see what messages Source has for you. We'll see which direction it goes, if it's career, love, which is everywhere, or whichever or wherever the message fits for you, you'll know where to put it best. Don't make anything fit that does not resonate. You'll know if it does, okay? You'll know. You won't have to second guess the shit. So I open my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe. I open my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the galaxies. I open my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the elements. I open my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors and spirit guides that guide me, including the ones that challenge me. I open my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that work through me, as me, for the collective. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Now, as I mentioned, even the ones that challenge me, because it serves for the opposite polarity, the duality, making it whole, okay? So let's see what messages we got going on. We're going to start first with the surrender deck, okay? So message of surrender for the collective in this moment. This is timeless. As we know, time is in a illusion. Surrender stubbornness to surrender to joy, okay? Holding back from something that you know would bring you joy. This could even be something as simple as patience, something as simple and grand as patience, but can be seen as something complex as well, because of the environment you may be required to attain or have that patience. All right, so let's see. What do we have going on here for the collective Source? What's your message? What is your message? We have surrender denial. This right here just, wow. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties, then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So for some of you, when it comes to accepting people and situations, you're disregarding yourself or being stubborn with yourself about what you must do and what Source is guiding you to do because of whom it may be, what it is, the time invested, all that other extra shit. Listen. Look at things from a spiritual, soulful point of view so that way you can have or be connected to what it is that you must do in order for you and your spirit to evolve, okay? You, which is in connection to your spirit to evolve. Look at that. You got surrender to complete healing and surrender worry. Don't worry about who it is. Focus more on where you're healing, what it is that you're doing, you're healing. Okay, so you can surrender to completely healing that situation to move on, because seems like you've reached a point where this is required to happen now. You've been able to sweep this under the rug, but now it's time to address it. Now the moment has come for you to fully address it, and without denying the difficulties is where you'll be able to fully address the matter. So make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always, especially in moments as such where, you know, in order for you to take it to the next level, something has to be handled without denying the difficulties. And more than ever, Source is with you at that current moment, okay? And we have here to surrender to complete healing, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing, all right? So there's nothing to worry about. Do what you must do so that way you can completely heal this aspect or this level of your life so you can ascend and expand. And we have surrendered to your intuition. Don't overthink this. Do not overthink whatever it is that you're doing, and overthinking will have you, you know, denying the difficulties of it. So tune into your inner voice. Beware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you, okay? So what else do we have here for the collective? surrender your desire to control people. See, when you're denying the difficulties, it'll put you in this space to want to control the situation. Okay, so for some, this could be them denying the difficulties that they full of shit. That could be a part of it too. However it fits, this could be you, where you're denying the difficulty that you're the one causing the problems. It's time for each one to be accountable for what it is that they're doing. Each one. Feel me? So being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay, and then surrender stress. We have here, take a few deep breaths. A lot of breathing work is necessary because you're overthinking the situation. Some of you are definitely overthinking here. Okay, so take a few deep breaths and exhale tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center, because your center will be your solar plexus, and this is where your willpower, your strength, and courage is or resides, and what you can do. And that could easily be transitioned into something you feel like you cannot do because you lack faith. Okay, so lacking faith due to the lack of worthiness. On now, what's the message here for the collective? What do we got? We have weight and soulmate relationship. Okay, some of you could be rushing something. We have mother healing at the bottom of the deck. As your feelings towards your mother heal, and this could simply mean forgiveness. This doesn't mean engaging, especially if it's a toxic situation. So as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. The key to this mother healing is forgiveness. Again, that does not mean that you have to indulge in the connection, because it can continue to be something that's toxic, especially if the mother is not prepared to handle their situations as to where they may be avoiding their own evolution. You know what I mean? And this could really get you into a space where it says here, surrender to complete healing and surrender denial without denying the difficulties. And this is one of those aspects where it could be difficult for you because this is your mother or your father or, you know, somebody that you've really put trust in when it comes to your well-being and things like that. So really be mindful. It's all part of the process, you know. Sometimes you do have to do things that you're not comfortable doing in order for, you know, everyone involved, for it to be a win-win outcome for everyone, which will be the full moon in Libra, which happens during Aries season. But let's continue. Under mother healing, you have time to move on. Okay, so it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So there you go. Forgiveness is key. Doesn't mean that you'll be engaging in that situation again. If you're able to, fine. It's obvious that if you are engaging in a situation that you had to heal from, and there's forgiveness, because both parties have at that point got into a space where they can or have surrendered to their own complete healing that each one is accountable for. Okay, so along with that, we have weight and soulmate relationships, because this could all be a part of that, where until, you know, those wounds are, what it says here, let me just see, until those feelings towards whomever, especially if it's a mother figure, heals, you know, that could possibly block you from manifesting your desires, like we was mentioning before. Somebody about to receive. And this is why it's important to get this done now. Wow. Because there's a balance between a divine masculine and divine feminine that happens due to mother healing, whether if it's a mother, a grandmother, a great grandmother. You know, it may not even be something so extreme, but just, it could even be a situation where the matter at hand is the fact that the mother may be protecting an energy that is really detrimental to you. And that's a result of, you know, unhealed situations or issues within her that allows her to do that. So really allow yourself to surrender to your complete healing, forgiveness, because it's time to move on. So that way things can continue, its course of action. So wait, it says don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. This could be a change in career, change in, it could be relocation. But then we have here, in the process of you waiting, being patient, okay? That doesn't mean that you're not working on anything at all either. It's just you're being patient with the process and doing what you can control, because behind the scenes here, you're calling in a new romance with the spiritual basis that's actually here for you right now. Right now. Especially if we're talking about that parental healing energy, the DNA, you know, healing at a cellular level. This is much deeper than the physical. The fact that my hand itching like this right now, what is happening? Okay, I receive it. Yes, I receive it. Definitely type I receive it in the comments, all right? Because listen, love with the spiritual basis is here for you now, okay? That mate that your soul has been calling in, but there could have been some static or some blocks because of the full surrender to healing, you know, and releasing, surrendering stress, surrendering worry, surrendering the idea of you, you know, controlling people. And that could also be, you know, in that situation where you could have those who are connected to other people that's supposed to be there for you, but they're protecting an energy that is not safe for you at all, in the sense that it can have you going into this mode where you become extremely destructive, aggressive, whatever it is that is on the opposite side of you calling in success and abundance. You know what I mean? So this is really where R.C. Blaze talks about you can't, not that you can't, but a stallion and a donkey are not equally yoked. Those are two different species. They may look the same, you know, but on a cellular level, not so much. Okay, so there may be similarities, yes, but in order to equally yoke them where, you know, each side isn't causing any type of friction that doesn't allow the other to grow, which then blocks you from attracting success and abundance, won't be a thing. Now, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see. What else, Source? What else do you have here for the collective? 606. And then we have protection. You, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. This is also connected to Taurus energy with possessions, which is also the second house, which talks about Venus energy, your core values, and the way you connect to those core values based off of feedback. Sometimes this feedback could be a result of confrontation that allows you to step out of your comfort zone to really speak or express yourself and what truly gives you life and not what drains you from it. Okay, but it says here, you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. It is time to move on. Okay, it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new could come in, and we have self-forgiveness, just like we were saying. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Okay, God is, and so are you. You may have energies or family members that when you say this, it's blasphemous. Continue to remember, okay, that you're the infinite source's perfect child, because progress is perfection. Come through the equalizer. And in equalizing the situation, you're balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine from the inner child to your point of ascension, because I don't want to say adulthood, because that gets into an adulterated where it's something that's kind of playing a role that takes you away from your true essence. So really just evolving from that inner child, being more creative, although the physical appearance may look different, but that difference is the maturity. Then we have positive energy here at the bottom of the deck. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. That's all you do. That's all you do. That's all you do right now, collective. Get yourself around positive people, positive energy, vibrational matches. especially if you're going through something where you have realized where the root of it all truly is, because you're no longer denying the difficulties of you accepting that. And you're going to hear me say that for a few more days without denying the difficulties, because that's that right there. That's everything. There's so many things that people avoid because they're denying or, backing out due to the difficulty of what they have to actually acknowledge about what's going on or who it may be. But you're in a realm where your soul is here to grow. Let's get into the tarot. What's currently influencing the situation here for the collective source? What's currently influencing the situation here? The current situation, we got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Triumph and strength in spite of adversity. Okay, really addressing the matters here head on. Let's see what we got. Got the beat. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have healing. The Star card, Aquarius energy, Ashe. The current situation here. What I got going on? We got the Knight of Swords, communication coming in quickly. All right, this could lead to happiness, that's for sure. And I feel like this is really something where once you decide what it truly is, what it is for you, surrendering denial, things start to speed up for you in terms of what it is that you're thinking, because your thoughts create your reality. Okay, so for however long you've been, connected to denying what it is, preventing yourself from getting to the bottom of it, things start to speed up once you do. Okay, and it's leading you to emotional fulfillment here, collective. So let's see what's crossing this energy for y'all though. The Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment. Is the challenge here is seeing that it's an actual wish fulfillment, because whatever this is that's coming in, communication that's coming in, may speed things up for you. And this could happen while you're in the process of healing, and you may allow the ego to take the forefront, where you're saying, until you heal, until you have this, you won't do this. What if Source actually put this in place in order for you to get to that space? So the basis of this reading, which is also in connection here to what has already transpired, we have the King of Swords. Okay, Aquarius energy. Again, we started with the Star card at the bottom of the deck. So you're healing the way you think, which is also assisting you with the way you plan or strategize your next steps, because now you're more open to creative ideas. Okay, you're actually open to communicating your truths, or what is, rather. All right, Ten of Cups still hit the bottom of the deck. What's in the immediate past here? Now, you're really being devoted and connected or committed to the wisdom that you're receiving from the sage self, the higher self. Some of you are really cutting out what you thought was solid. Look at that current situation. Is cutting out anything from the past that claimed to be stable and supportive, but in all actuality wasn't, which truly blocked you from planning what it is that you wanted to do, or seeing your vision clearly, ignoring what you know, denying the difficulties. Because this is also a comfort zone. You thought you had loyalty here, but remember, As you hear me mention, it's for me, it's respect over the loyalty. Everybody that's loyal to you don't necessarily mean they respect you, including those who are incapable of being authentic. Sad message. Enough is enough for everything and everyone. Okay, we got the Nine of Pentacles here, becoming more independent with self, really removing all of this excess illusion of what you thought was luxury, or what you thought was support, what you thought was unconditional love. Because the challenge here is to celebrate this by yourself, but to get used to working with self until you connect with your actual soulmates. Okay, connections that have a spiritual basis, which means if it has a spiritual basis, it actually is connected to the reality of what was intended by source. See, so what's crowning this reading for you all? Temperance. Nonetheless, you're on your way to a new dawn. Your emotions are being tempered here, bringing balance to your emotions, bringing balance to those feelings. It could be a challenge, especially if there's a 10 of Pentacles in your immediate past. This is where you thought it was going to, take you to the next level, until you had to answer the call to your soul and pay attention to what your higher self was telling you about it all. Trusting your intuition, okay? Because you may have disregarded who you are, your true sense of worth, what truly is emotional stability. And you have noticed it from time to time when it came to your material world, that it was temporary most of the time, okay? In the immediate future here, what do we have for the collective source? We have the Five of Cups, sorrow, pains, and regrets here. Because you're now realizing you can't actually see who this is. And that's the sorrow, pains, and regrets that you may be feeling, because you may have been able to find out who it is, which is why you have temperance here, healing these two cups, healing your core values about yourself and your feelings, because this is something that source has to assist you with. Because if you just go from the ego, you fucking shit up, especially with this Nine of Swords coming in here like that as the first message, which is why the challenge is to focus on a wish fulfillment with the basis of having a strategy in the midst of the storm, being the eye of the storm. You got spiritual connections ready or being prepared for you, okay? Especially with this temperance energy coming out as the potential. You're on your way here to a new dawn, y'all. You're on your way. On your way. Can you tell me more? Yeah, look at that. Source is guiding you. This is not a comfortable space to be in, but you're allowing source to guide you, because this is Mercury in Aquarius. This is basically the universe taking you out of murky waters into stable waters, balancing the mind so that you're able to make the proper decisions here. Yeah, like it says here, surrendering worry. Okay, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. For sure. Tell me more here about the immediate future for the collective. On the other side of this, Ashe, healing, come through. A wish come true. It's hard to see it right now for some of you because of the circumstances. You may be on this up and down of connecting to this healing, having moments where it's you feel like the wish is being fulfilled, and then boom, something else happens where you're like, what the fuck? But keep going. 517 has also been a number of the day right now, which is connected to the 7 of Pentacles, Saturn and Taurus. So it's divine timing. You're gaining wisdom from these obstacles and challenges. Trust the wisdom of your body as well. Okay, that's why it says surround yourself with positive energy. If you feel drained, this is obviously a wake-up call. If it gives you life, still a wake-up call, but the call that you want to answer. That draining shit, hang that fucking phone up. Hang that shit the fuck up. Hang it up until it's ready to receive its own different perspective. Okay, so the advice here, the Empress. That's coming full circle with self-worth and balancing partnerships. And in doing so, you attract success and abundance, eternal success and abundance, generational wealth. Source is telling you it's time to step it up. It's time to step it up into your Empress and Emperor mode. You've been a king and queen for too long. The basis of the situation, you've been overthinking doing this already. Okay, it's time to balance out those emotions here and prepare for a new dawn. Healing is what you should be focused on. Surrender to complete healing. Okay, look at that. You got the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, which is also symbolic of stepping into a clearer path due to a clear mind. Because after this is the 2 of Cups or the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Cups is an exchange between the divine feminine and masculine within of the heart, of a healed heart. Dropping the burdens, dropping and healing those sorrow, pains, and regrets. And now Source, the universe, can trust you with giving you all that is connected to success and abundance, blossoming abundance. Being able to see the fruits of your labor in areas or terrains that normally you won't have something grown, but it's going to grow because of your power, your ability, your way of thinking. Okay, so let's see what you have here in the Environment Collective. Look at that. This is another, this is that, okay, this is universal love in your environment here. Venus and Virgo, someone who overstands, because y'all have similar stories here. Similar stories. I have here Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Virgo, or Libra and Taurus, as 9 of Pentacles is Venus energy, which rules Taurus and Libra, but 9 of Pentacles is Venus and Virgo. Your first message could be birds or feathers, letting you know that you're closer and closer to this new dawn. You're getting closer and closer, okay? You may have been juggling what it is that you know, similar to this 2 and 9 here, okay? Those 2 cups. Now these 2 cups, this is you in this realm. This is your higher self doing the same thing, okay? Healing those emotions so that way you're able to turn around from these sorrow, pains, and regrets and connect to your fellow soulmate that is independent even through this journey, or a journey that most won't take because it requires a lot of healing, a lot of acknowledging of even things, you know, that you may have lied to yourself about. Okay. But knowing once you address it for what it is, you're free now. Also, whoever this person is, there's something about your hands to them. Or this could even lead to a proposal. Okay. Some of you may have healing hands because of your, wow, look at that. You got victory and success and the 3 of Wands. You calling this in. This is being called in here. Victory and success is being called in, being recognized. Some of you, this is even fame. You may not even, is definitely, this is something you're going to be well known for once you get to the other side of it. Okay, and allowing your angels, your ancestors, and spirit guides to guide you. The final part here is your solar plexus, or truly connecting to those instincts by trusting the voice of your soul, the throat chakra. But you must allow the universe to guide you when it comes to your thoughts. And that guidance is going to be connect to what it is that you feel, solar plexus, because it's connected to your power and who you are. Then you can call this abundance in. This is how you'll be doing this here, because it's already in your environment. Or there could be someone who may be assisting you as you're working on, you know, your own path, your own healing process here. The more you surrender to complete healing, you'll be open and fully to loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support, okay, your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing here. Surrender the desire to control people or the situation. Do what you can control, and that's always going to be self. Okay? Get to know more about who you are, so that way you can expand when it comes to your creativity, what you're willing to take a risk on, renewal and source knowledge, because this is also connected to romance. And children, for some of you as well. Either you're going to be nurturing a new idea, or children will be coming into the picture for you here. Okay, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Love, but also Queen of Sorrows. Let's see what else we got here in this position. As it relates to what you truly wish for, do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. And the way that you'll be limiting yourself is by holding on to things because of who or what it may be, or the time you've invested in it, because you feel like you made an investment already. It should be. If source feels like you're worth more, you better get on board. 6 of Swords, better get on board. Don't conform to what society is telling you, because that could also be a part where you're being controlled by the outside world and not trusting who you truly are and all that you are, what you have to present. Okay? What you really wish for, whatever you felt like was bonding you or, you know, limiting you, that's by choice. It's been a choice you've been making by allowing it to happen. Or you're healing, and to heal for some of you, you're going to have to step away from where you're currently at. Ashe, 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 ashe. 1544. Let's look at that right quick. Let your world shine. 1544 indicates that the way you think about yourself is the way you'll behave, and it will determine your character. So there's that. Look at that. 6 of Cups. Healing that inner child, which leads you to receiving your greatest gift. The crossroads is marking the spot right here for y'all. Okay? releasing the discontent and the boredom. Everything has a reason, because in those chaotic moments is where you'll be able to see what you're no longer going to tolerate, which now steps you into your power to handle matters, so you're no longer having to experience that. Okay? And knowing that you're always protected here. You have ancestors and guides that are always protecting you. Just surrender to complete healing. Surrender worry. Outcome for you all. Here's the outcome. The King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is a masculine. Now this could be the masculine energy that is now able to express feelings, which is great power in general. Okay. Along with being intuitive, family and business oriented, emotionally intelligent, loving, supportive. The other kings are, but this one has more emotions to it. Okay. Wherever masculine energies have that water in their chart, they rubbing your feet, they cooking for you if they know themselves, if they're not denying themselves from their own feelings. These are the nurturing masculines. And most masculines, even if they don't have water in their chart, once they evolve, they become this energy, which is a fine ass emperor at that point. Get out of your head. Get out of your head here. Tell me more about the outcome. You have a deep knowing about this too, whoever this may be, or the situation. You know, you have learned the dark and the light of it all, which is allowing you to move forward with courage and faith. You understand, and understand the light and the dark that is within you, the divine masculine, divine feminine, the spiritual and the physical. Up is down and down is up. Although I may have did that in reverse, but it is what it is. The High Priestess. What is this reveal about the King of Cups and the outcome here? What's the reveal about the King of Cups and the outcome for the collective? Wow. What is the reveal about the King of Cups? I want to see what that was. See? The conflict in communicating is no longer, once you stop denying how difficult it may be to get yourself out of something, to step into forgiveness. You have the Sun card, and the lighting right here just got all bright too. Listen, this is also this could be someone who's in the public eye for some of you as well. Okay, this because you got the Star, the Six of Wands, and the Empress. This is more than likely why you having these anxiety and sleepless nights, because your world is about to change. And this is that part where you hit rock bottom, and this is where you're able to appreciate all that is once it approaches you, because you may not have, acknowledged it for the value that it is if it just came to you easily. You do have some people that it may look like it came to them easily, and it may have, but as I mentioned on IG, that's more than likely because those that came before them did the work. So that way the future generation can live this life that is a part of that generational wealth. Because of the genuine support, the respect and loyalty when it comes to support system. Because the rich one has a lot of envious and jealous people around, so therefore it's just temporary. But when you step into that wealth, it's because you have that actual support where everyone is truly working together. And you had to learn the opposite end of that, okay? that led to sorrow, pains, and regrets, but this is also where you began to heal because you began to truly know what it was, or who it is, or where it is, when, why, all that. Okay, so let's close this off with an animal spirit. Animal spirit message here for the collective source. Here we go. Octopus, release the Kraken. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries. We have here the cheetah, solar force. And the card you got coming out is the zebra. Pack your bags, get ready, honey. Pack your bags and get ready because something extremely emotionally fulfilling. You're not going to be single by yourself much longer, y'all. Okay, so for whatever it is that you're hoping for here, source is saying heal. All you got to do is heal. Surrender to complete healing. Surrender worry. Surrender denial. And surrender your desire to control people. And surrender the stress. Okay, here we go. Zebra. Zebra. The gazelle is at the bottom of the deck, and it's talking about heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerable. That King of Cups vulnerable, all right. Looking good too. Looking real yummy. Here we go. The zebra. Third eye open like I don't know who. Eccentric, creative, visionary. Zebra are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality is not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bag. So declutter, you know, make your luggage small. So when it's time to skedaddle, you ready to go, baby, you ready to go. So when you're in balance, and this is on page 143, this person loves you. When in balance, worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward. Okay, get in your creative bag, y'all. When out of balance, you feel jaded, pouty, and vain. And to bring into balance an epic adventure and art. Now, when out of balance, this doesn't have to be you that's jaded, pouty, or in vain. This could be people around you, those are the motherfuckers you want to step the fuck away from. Okay? So that is your message. I love you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I am open for personal. I am open for personals. Just send me an email. Let me know you want to book a personal. I'll respond back to you within 24 hours with the details as to what you'll have to do. And we will take it from there. Okay, just be mindful that I do consult with my spirit guides to see if I will be a perfect fit for you. And that process begins from the time you send me your first email and the way you respond and communicate. All right, so welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your life.